On a scale of 1 to 10, this pick from President Trump, Brett Kavanaugh, how happy are you?
I'd say 8. I said this is a stand-up double. It's not a home run. The only reason it's not a home run, there are really two reasons. One is because he had the opportunity. The left is going to go nuts no matter whom he appointed here. But he had the opportunity to appoint somebody who was going to drive the left so up a wall that they made even stupider fools of themselves than they will for Kavanaugh. So if he had appointed Amy Coney Barrett, for example, then we would have gotten the specter of them ripping on a Catholic mother of 7 for weeks on end, which would have been good, I think, politically. The second reason is because I think that Kavanaugh is a judicial minimalist. So he's a textualist, but he's also somebody who likes to move slowly and gradually when he makes a decision. And what that means is that he's more likely to pare away at Roe v. Wade over time versus just overturning Roe v. Wade completely. If you were looking for somebody who's going to come in and just destroy basically the superstructure of leftist legal thinking in quick fashion, I don't think Kavanaugh is necessarily your guy.
Right, and that is what I was looking for. But hopefully he has demonstrated during his 12 years on the D.C. Court of Appeals that he is pro-life here. So what do you expect from him on some of the other hot-button issues? I mean, I guess our conversations have been dominated by, is Roe v. Wade going to be overturned? Is it not? But we have other issues that are equally as important. Our gun rights, our Second Amendment rights, the constitutionality of Obamacare, religious liberty, things that I have a hard time, even when reading his rulings, telling where he's going to fall on some of these.
I think that there are a couple of areas in which he's going to be particularly good. So on Second Amendment issues, his record is excellent. There's a good shot that he strikes down assault weapons bans, for example, as being anti-Second Amendment and in violation thereof. He's also very good on the administrative state. So when it comes to the idea that the EPA gets to make rules and then gets to adjudicate those rules in the most favorable fashion to the EPA, he doesn't believe in what's called Chevron deference, which means that he is likely to say that the judiciary gets to take a second look at how agencies rule on their own cases, which is, I think, a good thing. Where he's a little bit weaker is on cases like Roe v. Wade. Again, I don't think that he's going to rule that Roe v. Wade should be upheld in total, but I think what you will see is a gradual attempt to pare back Roe v. Wade via Planned Parenthood versus Casey. The current status of abortion law is not just that all abortions are legal all across the country, obviously. It's that abortion law cannot create an undue burden on a woman. And so it's possible that he starts to kind of minimize the effect of that. He says that a law that protects fetuses from pain, for example, is not an undue burden on a woman because a woman can obtain an abortion some other way. So he'd be upholding Roe technically, but he'd be allowing more and more abortion laws that would restrict abortion to early and earlier in the pregnancy. I think that's the most likely tack for him to take on issues like that. Right,
and I guess that's the undue burden argument that has allowed us to restrict abortion, late-term abortions, because courts have ruled, oh, women, correct, it's not an undue burden because women can get abortions earlier in their pregnancy. They knew they were pregnant then, so it's not an undue burden for them to obtain that.
Want to see more videos like this? Click on the link below and subscribe to One American News on YouTube. And call your cable provider and kindly demand that One American News is added to your lineup. Call and subscribe today.